There's only one thing to do.
Drop it. Yeah.
Hello, this is RobotnikIsSexy, and this is going to be the rematch I had with the one and only GamePhazer1997. I had this match directly after the first match, and I've got to say, it is equal or greater to the first match we had. That's how good of a match this is. Now, this is going to be mixed here again, but I'm going to break my own rules because I forgot Claydol was underused because nobody uses them. So I actually have 3 underused here because in the chat, in the Skype, he was like, well, I'm going to be a little bit more serious this time, so I gave a little bit more thought to my team. Thought about bringing in good old Yellow Snow, the Scarf to Bomb Snow, because he does happen to be underused, which is hilarious because he's been OU for the entirety of his existence until recently. Alamamala is an extremely good wall, so yeah, definitely a good use of the NU slot. Dustclops is here because the double ghost is nice. We got a ghost attacker and a ghost tank, but yeah, having Claydol should have brought Kabutops instead. Could have used the priority to my own advantage, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, enough dawdling. Let's get to this. So he is gonna lead with Breloom, as I suspected. And no, he doesn't lead with Breloom. What am I saying? He's gonna lead with the freaking Sceptile. I thought he would lead with Breloom, but he leads with Sceptile. And just in case he is a Zoroark, I'm gonna set up a sub because they should be able to outspeed Zoroark, unless it's Scarfed. But most Zoroark are choice specs, I think. So I'm actually gonna throw to Disable here on turn 2, predicting him to go for the Shadow Sneak, because most Spiritomb are actually choice banded. Or even if they're not choice banded, they do tend to carry Shadow Sneak, so that is a very early game prediction that I made, and it kind of blows up in my face, as I could have just killed him with a couple Shadow Balls as he went for Curse, so definitely did not see Curse coming. But yeah, I'm just going to switch into Mumbies here, and yeah, I can play his game. But the next turn is very, very puzzling. A very puzzling move for my opponent, as he's just going to switch into Breloom. Or maybe, no, that's right, this isn't the actual Breloom. This is actually Zoroark. It fools me even now, because like a switch into Breloom, like I could have just gone for Will-O-Wisp, and I guess that's what he was trying to do. Bait me into staying in, so he could kill me with a Dark Pulse or something. But that is actually Zoroark. I'm just now realizing this. So I'm going to get some nice curse damage on Zoroark, forcing him to switch somehow. I don't really see how that really forced the switch, but I get some good damage on him, and now I land the Will-O-Wisp on his Spiritomb, and I'm just going to leave Mumbies as a pretty early game death fodder, only turn 6. So yeah, this is a very offensive match. We've brought some very hard-hitting Pokemon here. He's got Breloom and freaking Kyurem Black. I haven't even mentioned that. Kyurem Black is going to be a pain to take down. So now I'm going to go into my choice-banded Tyranitar, which I happen to have one sitting in my box named Reptar, and I've never used a choice-band Tyranitar in my life, and I am pretty happy with it, because yeah, choice banded Tyranitar has massive attack stats, so that will easily take down Spiritomb. He's going to promote Chakra here. I don't want him to set up a substitute or anything, so I'm just going to stay in and go for another Crunch, as he actually goes for an Iron Head, which is really unusual, but that's a thing for Kyurem Black. He doesn't get that many attacks, so Iron Head is actually kind of viable on him, as stupid as that sounds. And yeah, he only learns like 4 moves, and that's why he's an OU. But I actually take the Iron Head nicely, and I do not get flinched, which is absolutely huge. And get off a Choice Banded Crunch, and that almost takes him out. So that is incredible, incredible damage. So now Manos, the Hands of Fate, is out here, and just going to go for a Soak, I believe, or a Wish, or I think I go for a Toxic, actually, as he switches into his real Breloom. And I was thinking he might go into Breloom, and I was really, really hoping that this was the real Breloom, and at the time I thought this was Breloom, but you're going to see it is Zoroark, so going for the Soak might have been better, but I wanted him to promote his real Breloom, but that is a Zoroark, ladies and gentlemen, as it goes for a Nasty Plot, and that's no good. As I just go for a Soak to weaken his attack, because I don't want, and I am going to weaken his attack quite a bit because of the Soak. He's going to lose his Dark Stab, but it's not going to matter, as you're going to see in a minute. But the Toxic is damaging him a lot. He's going to go for a Dark Pulse here. It's going to do a lot. And I'm like, shit. Am I going to live this? And I barely hang on with 11 HP, but I get flinched. And that is extremely shitty. But I suppose it doesn't matter as the sand takes me out. Yeah, so that really, really sucks. I've lost 2 of my defensive Pokemon, and it's only been turn 12, so that's pretty shit-tacular. So I'm just going to go for a substitute here, because I wasn't sure if he would be carrying the Sucker Punch or not. Because Zoroark with Sucker Punch, do not underestimate it. It can kill you. So I just want to play the safe route, because I freaking know that I need this Gengar, like I need my feet or something. I need him a lot, because he's the only check to Breloom I have. So now Tree Boy's going to come out. I'm just going to switch into Scarfabama Snow, as I guess he predicts that extremely nicely. Goes for the hidden power of Fire. And yeah, things are not looking good, but Yellow Snow is going to be an absolute beast, man, and live on 61 HP. That's 61 HPs. That's a lot of HPs for him to live on from a hidden power of Fire, so that's awesome. And then I'm going to surprise him with the Choice Scarf Blizzard, so I can outspeed that Sceptile, take it out clean with a Blizzard, and now he promotes his real Breloom. And don't really have much choice but to switch out. I decide to Death Fodder Reptar, since it's a pretty good Death Fodder at this point, and I'm really hoping he's not going to go for a Sword Dance, but no, he just goes for a Mach Punch, which is really nice. Because had he predicted me to save my Pokemon and used Sword Dance, that would have been kind of annoying, but yeah, I guess the Sword Dance wouldn't have mattered too much, because like I said, I've got Gengar to check him. But Gengar is not a clean, perfect counter to Breloom anymore, because Seed Bomb can kill me. It's just really weird how he has Seed Bomb instead of Bullet Seed. I meant to say Bullet Seed can actually kill. If it hits like 4 times, it can kill a Gengar, just based on the raw power, Life Orb, and Technician. It's insane. So now, his only last Pokemon are Rhyperior and Kyurem Black. And I'm going to go for the Grass Knot, knowing that this guy is extremely heavy and quad weak to grass, so that is going to be great, and Wrecker is going to go down easily. And his last Pokemon is Kyurem Black, but I'm going to make a huge error, as I forgot that Dragon resists Grass type. I remember that it resists fire, water, and electricity, but I forgot about Grass, and I also knew that Kyurem Black was an extremely heavy Pokemon, so I thought it would take him out. But it doesn't. He lives on a couple HP. It looks like 4 or something, or maybe 8. He does have a lot of HP, so that is extremely unfortunate, as he is just going to steal that match with Outrage on what I can only assume is Choice Banded Kyurem Black. And that's going to be that match. Really unfortunate. Extremely offensive, though. Very offensive, as Kyurem Black is just going to take me out. And that's the point. I made 2 mistakes there. First, obvious mistake, should have Death Foddered Claydol and gotten a free switch back into Abomasnow, so I could have Blizzarded him to death. But again, I forgot that he was resistant to grass, so first mistake forgetting that dragon resists grass, which, you know, I just forgot. Second mistake, breaking my own mixed-tier rule set and bringing Claydol instead of Kabutops, because had I had a Kabutops sitting pretty in my back pocket, I could have used Aqua Jet and gotten the kill, and that would have been super game there, but I didn't want to have 3 fighting weaknesses. But what can you do? I only have so many Pokemon in my box, and that's going to be that match. An extremely good match. Perhaps our first match was better in the end, but this match was very, very good, if not better. Maybe you could leave a comment and tell me which one you liked more, and if you liked the video as much as I did, please leave a like rating and stuff, and I will see you later, YouTube.